Hello everybody, my name is Kim. Welcome to my channel. This video will be about mostly vandas in bloom in my collection. 'Tis the season for vanda blooms. Oh my goodness, just about every blooming size vanda in my collection is either currently in bloom, has just finished blooming, or is working on a bloom spike. So we're going to take a close look at those vandas in bloom today. If you end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe? I'll be posting more videos about the orchids in my collection. All right, here we go. So this beauty has just recently opened up. You can see there's still some buds that haven't opened up yet. And the name is right here. This one was one of the very first vandas in my collection, and it is the first time blooming for me. So I am so excited to see this one. Now, when I got this one in the nursery, other vandas like this one, or named the same thing, were a light pink. So I don't know if it's just my environment, the growing conditions that it's in right now can affect the color. That does happen. Or it was a seedling population. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more with the next vanda that I'm going to show you, because this one, we'll scoot our sanderiana down a little bit. This one, I was so excited for this one. This is one of my recent purchases, and I was really looking forward to this one. I'll show you the name. And then, there we go, we're in focus. I was really excited about this one because this one reminded me of hibiki colors. I was so excited. It was supposed to have this vibrant purple or fuchsia, but also some orange. These bottom petals down here were supposed to have orange on them according to the picture from the grower, right? Well, you can see no orange, so I was pretty disappointed about that. But that gets us back to seedling populations. So if you see a flower that you love and you're looking at a website, or if you're looking at the tag and you're like, or even a sample plant when you're at a nursery, and you're like, oh yes, I want that flower. It's important to ask, is this a clone or is this a seedling grown from a seed? Because you can see that there's variation, just like siblings, and with us and with people, right? You can have two siblings that really have the same parents, end up looking nothing alike. So that's the case here. I'm suspecting, I don't necessarily think it's mislabeled. The flower is a very similar shape, similar size, and the fuchsia is the same color as the plant the flower I was expecting, but no orange. So I was pretty disappointed about that because that was the reason I bought it. All right, so this plant was already featured in another video, so you can I'll link the video down in the description, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because we've already talked about this one quite a bit. It was beautiful then, still absolutely beautiful. This is sanderiana. Moving right along. I'm so excited for this plant. Now when we talk about, let me move this out of the way. Now, when we talk about the resiliency of vandas, this plant is a perfect example. This was in the first group of vandas that I bought along with that other one. And oh boy, I almost killed this one. It got crown rot, and I thought for sure it was a goner, but you know what? As long as the plants are trying, I try too. I don't give up on them. And so this one, even though it got crown rot, the roots still looked great. It was green. It didn't seem to be getting brown or drying up anywhere else. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Maybe it'll grow a keiki, right? Well, you can see this plant has grown two keikis. Both have their own roots now, so they're moving on quite well. And a crown replacement. So you can see right here that even though the crown died, right below it, a new crown formed. And this plant, for the very first time, is working on, let me see if I can get in here. Oh boy, can I get in there? Working on a bloom spike. I'm so excited. So this plant that, let me focus, this plant that had crown rot now has a crown replacement, 2 keikis, and it's working on a bloom spike. So don't give up on those plants. If they're still trying, give them a chance because these are very resilient plants. Here is a Rhynchostylus gigantea in bud. We'll have some flowers very soon. Moving right along over to the other side. Getting in here behind some other plants. This big, beautiful Vanda is in bloom. This one's bloomed for me before, so I knew what to expect with those flowers, but it is absolutely beautiful. And this time blooming, it has given me 1, 2, right back here, 2, and right back here, 3 flower spikes. So excited for this plant. This one's getting pretty large. It's a pretty big plant, and its name is, let's see if I can get in here and focus. The wind's blowing, everything's blowing. There we go. That's its name. Big, beautiful plant with 3 flower spikes this time. So excited. And last, uh-oh, we've got the light behind it. Let me go around to the other side and see if I can get better color. This one might not give me better color unless I bring it down. Okay, there we go. This one is in bloom. For the first time in my collection, this is the second plant of the same kind. I have another plant that's exactly the same from a different grower. Let me hook it right here. There we go, so we can look at the tag. This is the first time blooming for this plant in my collection. And there's its name, but it is absolutely beautiful. And this one smells pretty yummy also. Beautiful plant. In bloom for the first time in my collection. Very excited for this one. All right, so let's head on back. So that is it for the Vandas in bloom. Lots of other Vandas in my collection working on bloom spikes, so those will be ready to come. Just a few minutes, I'll take some time to show you some other plants that we have in bloom. This is a Dendrobium samurai. It has multiple flower spikes it's working on. So excited for that one to be in full bloom. We have several ground orchids back here that are in bloom. This one's just opening up. Absolutely gorgeous. Got another one down here. Let me focus. There you go. So beautiful. Now, if you ever see something like this, is a perfect opportunity to show you. If you see something like this, that is either a snail or a slug. In my garden, I have never seen a slug, so I suspect it's a snail. Okay, so when you see that, that's what you're dealing with. You've got some snails in your garden. Okay. Oh, I was going to show you that bulbophyllum, but I see that it just went out of bloom. Yep, that bloom is faded. We've got another one coming down there, so maybe when that one opens up, I can show it to you. And last but not least, we have the BC Yellowbird. Maybe it's BL. We'll look at the tag. Absolutely gorgeous. Now that flower is really cool because it starts off pink. Okay, it starts off pink and then it ends up, oh, I don't have a tag. Oh, yes, I do. Here we go. Let me get in here and try to focus. Sorry about that, guys. There we go, BL. Yep, that was BL Yellowbird. So Brassiolalia, I believe that is. Yellow bird. And this plant is really cool because it starts off pink. Those flowers start off pink with magenta spots, and then they mature to yellow with magenta spots. So you can see I have another flower spike coming here. If we are, let me try to focus on it. Come on, there we go. If I'm lucky, I will have a pink flower and a yellow flower if that older flower hangs on at the same time, and I can show you how the flowers change over time. All right, So that's it for what's in bloom right now. And we'll end up with a pretty flower as I say goodbye. There we go. So you have something pretty to look at while I'm talking. Oh, you know what? I forgot one more. But you know what? I don't have a tag. Oh, Christmas cactus. Not an orchid, but holy moly. This is a tiny baby plant. Still blooming. Absolutely gorgeous. Not an orchid, but worth showing. This one. This is an orangus. And it's not labeled. I think I found the ID, and so once I confirm that, I'll share the ID with you. But oh my goodness, so beautiful. Absolutely love that flower. I had no idea how much I loved green flowers until I started growing orchids. And they are pretty cool. Absolutely love green flowers. Now this one, you can see it's on its way out, but this is the green version of the yellowbird. This is BL Greenbird. All right. There we go. So Dendrobium samurai. Love that little pompadour. So cute. All right, so everybody have a great day. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Talk to you soon.